Welcome to Success Story, where we delve into the stories behind the world's biggest companies. Today, we're taking a closer look at Uber, the ride-sharing giant that changed the way we get around. From its humble beginnings to the controversies and challenges it faced along the way, this is the story of Uber. Travis Kalanick, the CEO and co-founder of Uber, was born on August 6, 1976, in Los Angeles, California, and he grew up in a Jewish family. Because of the tech-savvy environment, Kalanick developed a keen interest in computer engineering. After completing his high school education, he enrolled at the University of California, Los Angeles to pursue a degree in computer engineering. However, like most well-known entrepreneurs, he dropped out before finishing his degree. While at UCLA, Kalanick was known for his entrepreneurial spirit and his ability to recognize business opportunities. He was a part of several student organizations and was involved in a number of tech projects. In addition to his academic pursuits, Kalanick was also a competitive gamer and a skilled programmer. After dropping out from UCLA, Kalanick worked briefly at a few tech companies before starting his own venture. He co-founded a peer-to-peer file-sharing company called Scour, which eventually failed. Despite this setback, Kalanick's entrepreneurial spirit remained intact, and he went on to co-found a number of successful tech companies, including Red Swoosh and peer-to-peer internet marketing company, which was eventually sold to Akamai Technologies. The idea for Uber came to Kalanick and co-founder Garrett Camp during a trip to Paris in 2008. Garrett Camp was a Canadian entrepreneur and investor. He was born in Calgary, Alberta, Canada in 1978 and went on to attend the University of Calgary, where he studied electrical engineering. He later went on to complete a master's degree in software engineering at the University of Toronto. Both of them were frustrated with the difficulty of hailing a taxi in Paris. Then they decided to create a solution that would make it easier for people to get around. They envisioned a platform that would allow people to request a ride from their smartphone. And that's how Uber was born. In 2009, Kalanick and Camp officially launched Uber in San Francisco. At first, the company was just a side project, but it quickly gained traction as people embraced the convenience of being able to order a ride from their phone. The success of Uber inspired Kalanick to focus on the company full-time, and he became its CEO in 2010. After Uber launched in San Francisco in 2010 and quickly gained popularity among tech-savvy residents, the company used a combination of GPS technology and smartphone apps to connect riders with drivers, and it was a hit. Within a few months, the company had expanded to other cities, including New York and Los Angeles. However, the early success of Uber was not without challenges. The traditional taxi industry saw Uber as a threat and pushed back, fighting to maintain its monopoly on the transportation market. Regulators also posed a challenge as they struggled to keep up with the new technology and the changing market. Taxi companies sued Uber for operating without proper licensing, and regulators threatened to shut the company down in many cities. Despite these challenges, Uber continued to grow, attracting investment and expanding to new cities. The company was able to beat these hurdles by using their deep pockets to lobby for favorable regulations and by showcasing the many benefits of their service to consumers. As the market shifted, more and more people began to see ride-sharing as a convenient and affordable alternative to traditional taxis. The ground continued to shift in Uber's favor, and by 2013, the company had received a major boost with a $258 million investment from Google Ventures. To support its rapid growth, Uber invested heavily in technology, including AI and data analytics, to improve the efficiency of its operations and enhance the user experience. The company also built a massive network of drivers who use their own vehicles to provide rides to passengers. As Uber grew, it faced numerous controversies and challenges that threatened its very existence. From regulatory battles with traditional taxi industries to safety concerns and sexual harassment allegations, Uber had to navigate a multitude of challenges to maintain its growth. Here are some of the most significant controversies that Uber faced. No one is the regulatory battles. One of the first major challenges Uber faced was regulatory pushback from traditional taxi industries. In many cities, taxi drivers and companies sued Uber, claiming that it was operating illegally and taking business away from licensed taxi drivers. In some cases, regulators banned the company outright, claiming it posed a safety risk to passengers. However, Uber fought back against these allegations, winning several high-profile court cases and eventually earning legal recognition in many cities around the world. Number 2 is safety concerns. As ride-sharing gained popularity, safety concerns arose regarding the screening process of Uber drivers. Critics pointed to instances of criminal activity committed by drivers, leading many to question the thoroughness of Uber's background checks. In response, Uber implemented new safety measures, including more comprehensive background checks and the introduction of a safety center feature in the app, which allowed riders to access emergency services with just a few taps. One of the ways that Uber has been able to overcome these legal challenges is by arguing that its drivers are independent contractors rather than employees, which allows the company to avoid many of the costs and responsibilities that come with traditional employment relationships. This argument has been challenged in courts around the world, but it has been upheld in many cases, allowing Uber to continue operating its business model. In 2017, a former Uber engineer named Susan Fowler wrote a blog post detailing widespread sexual harassment and discrimination at the company. This sparked an internal investigation and the resignation of CEO Travis Kalanick, who was criticized for fostering a toxic work environment. The company took steps to address the issues, including increasing diversity and hiring a new CEO, Dara Khosrowshahi, who has been credited with cleaning up Uber's image and restoring its reputation. After leaving Uber, Kalanick founded a new venture fund, 10,100, which focuses on investing in real estate, e-commerce, and transportation startups. He has also become involved in a variety of philanthropic efforts, including donating $5 million to a new job training program for refugees and setting up a fund to support drivers who have been affected by changes in the transportation industry. Despite these challenges, Uber's financial performance has been strong. In the years that followed, Uber continued to grow and expand, reaching a valuation of $70 billion by the time it went public in 2019. Since then, the company's stock price has fluctuated, but it remains one of the most valuable tech companies in the world. Uber has been a true technological disruptor since its inception, changing the way we think about transportation. The company's innovative business model, which connects riders with drivers via a smartphone app, has disrupted the traditional taxi industry and inspired countless imitators. In the years since its launch, Uber has expanded beyond just ride-sharing and now offers a range of services, including food delivery through Uber Eats and logistics for shipping goods through Uber Freight. However, the company has not been immune to challenges. The ride-sharing industry is also becoming increasingly competitive, with new players entering the market, such as Lyft, Didi, and Ola. Lyft is one of Uber's main competitors in the ride-sharing industry, and it has been able to carve out a significant market share in the United States and Canada. While Lyft is not currently as large as Uber in terms of market share, it is still a significant threat to Uber's dominance in the industry. One of the key advantages that Lyft has over Uber is its reputation for friendliness and customer service. Lyft has branded itself as the nice ride-sharing company, and it has cultivated a loyal user base that appreciates its focus on driver and passenger satisfaction. This has allowed Lyft to differentiate itself from Uber and attract users who may be dissatisfied with Uber's more aggressive and confrontational reputation. In addition, Lyft has been able to expand into new markets and form strategic partnerships with other companies, such as Alphabet's Waymo self-driving car project, which could help it to stay competitive in the long term. Lyft has also been able to raise significant amounts of capital through investments from companies like General Motors and Fidelity, which has allowed it to continue investing in new technology and expansion into new markets. In order to stay competitive in the market, Uber has also made efforts to improve its relationship with its drivers and address some of the complaints and concerns that have been raised by drivers in the past. Uber has introduced new driver perks and benefits, such as health insurance and paid time off, and has also made changes to its rating system and other policies to be more transparent and fair to drivers. Uber has also expanded into new markets and explored new business models as a way to stay competitive with Lyft. For example, Uber has launched its own electric bike and scooter sharing service, Uber Jump. These new ventures allow Uber to diversify its revenue streams and stay competitive with Lyft and other companies that are expanding into new markets. Today, Uber remains the dominant player in the ride-sharing market, with a larger market share than any of its competitors. The company's strong brand, expansive network of drivers, and commitment to innovation and technology make it well-positioned for continued success in the future. That's the story of Uber, from its early days to the challenges it faces today. We hope you enjoyed this look at one of the most innovative and controversial companies of our time. If you like success stories, please subscribe, smash a like, and turn on the notification. I will see you in the next video.